18 degrees right now, but it feels like 10. So there you go with that wind chill and a wonderful opportunity for us to visit with Drew Blazsik. Oh, yes, we're talking money, faith in finance, and Andrew is in studio with us right now. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Hey, Ron, Dave. Good morning. How's it going?
Doing great. How about you this morning?
Enjoying the weather. I love it. Snowy and icy.
We're making snow angels right after your segment.
Already did.
Oh,
before and after.
I was going to say, are you a winter guy? I mean, do you do some activities in the snow that makes you look forward to it? Or
not really,
no.
Other than maybe sledding with the kids here and there. But
Yeah.
I'd rather have it warm.
Yeah, I'm with you.
San Diego weather, I prefer.
Because I didn't know if maybe you were praying for this and we might have to beat you up at this show. But anyway.
You could beat me up anyways.
No, I don't think we could, actually.
We've been talking about an encyclical.
Yes, Rerum Novarum. I keep on saying this the last time. This is the last time we'll talk about it. So I'm going to wrap it up.
We'll see how that goes.
And Pope Leo the 13th. So, I mean, we talked about how the Catholic Church wanted to protect the worker from socialism, communism, that they deserve the fruits of their labor. And now we're going to end it with one of the 4 sins that cry out to heaven for vengeance.
Oh, one of the 4 sins.
One of the 4 in the Bible that cries out to heaven for vengeance. So let me read a few of it on the encyclical. It says, again, justice demands that in dealing with the working man, religion and the good of his soul must be kept in mind. The employer is bound to see that the worker has time for his religious duties. And just stop there. Back in the day, we had 200 religious holy days. And when they started to gain more money and they needed labor, they hated the church because they needed labor to work all the time. But the Catholic Church said we need you have to let them have the religious
Modern
duties.
day, Drew, we've got it. I mean, so you have Chick-fil-A, who is absolutely dedicated to staying closed on Sunday, and now the state of New York trying to force them to stay open so that they can provide food for people on the freeway. And they're like,
it's
no.
a shame.
But you can see it even in our day when we become so abstinent toward, so opposed to, even honoring Sunday. We've got one company that does it, and they're going to go after them. You know?
And then it says that he be not exposed to corrupting influences and dangerous occasions, that he be not led away to neglect his home and family or to squander his earnings. So, it's a responsibility that the owner has.
Right.
Like, it's a great responsibility. And then it goes on and says, but the wealthy owners and all masters of labor should be mindful of this, that to exercise pressure upon the indigent and the destitute for the sake of gain. So I want to get it low and get greater gain. And to gather one's profit out of the need of another is condemned by all laws, human and divine. To defraud anyone of wage that are his due is a great crime which cries to the avenging anger of heaven. So that's the sin that cries out to heaven. Behold, the higher laborers which by fraud has kept back by you, and cry them hath entered into the ears of the Lord. And then lastly, the rich must religiously refrain from cutting down the workman's earnings, whether by force, by fraud, or by usurious dealing. Again, that's usury. Usury is a sin. And with all the greater reason, because the laboring man is as a rule weak and unprotected. So that's where the Catholic Church comes in as an institution that reminds the masters of labor, as it puts it, that they are unprotected and you have a right and a duty to really protect them.
Right.
That's your obligation.
And the responsibility, but also the Lord has entrusted you with much, right? So if you have this wealth, if you own a business and you have have employees that are under your care, that's a great responsibility that you carry with you.
Great responsibility. And I just want to remind people, like, if you look at the definition through the of the church, what is the purpose of marriage? And the purpose of family is always the procreation, the education of children. So this always goes back to the family, that you have to provide for your family, and then you could live a virtuous life if you have the necessities, you have the sustenance to survive. And it's up for the church to really help to protect that.
And another example of how the church really shapes society, or has, and really still does. It advocates, and its voice is heard. It carries a big stick.
And I think it's sad that in today's world, the world does not come to the church anymore.
Right.
But they did. They used to go to the church, and you can see the abuses that you have in many aspects of the economy, especially with the worker.
Gotta love it. And just a good reminder to all of us about, and we're hearing more and more about this, right? Servant leadership.
Yeah.
At least that's a conversation that has begun to happen in our culture again, maybe hearkening back to some of this.
Yeah.
So take a little bit of the foundation and take it forward.
That's right.
Sounds good.
Drew, thank you. Wonderful.
Hey,
Drew for president.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking mayor first.
Yeah, maybe trustee. Let's make him a trustee. There you go.
We'll start with trustee and,
Yeah.
and keep
Work our
going.
way
No,
from
I'm Drew for president.
Committee man, Drew Blazsik. Thanks, Drew. Have a great
Thank you,
day. Be
Drew.
careful
Thank
out
you.
there. We'll be right back here on Morning Offering.